Hey, how's it going? I'm still making this baseball game for you, all right? So at the end of the last video, the baseball game looked sort of like this. We have a pitcher who's a stick figure. We have a batter who's a rectangle. And when I press start, basically the batter waits, or the pitcher waits for a random amount of time, throws a fastball, which is hit by the batter and has a line drive back. You'll notice that's just one-dimensional motion in this. The ball just goes one direction and comes back the other. That's just about how we want to do things. A little later, I'll go to 2 dimensions. When I go to 2 dimensions, I'll add in gravity and other effects. I haven't decided about air resistance yet. Maybe when I come back from New Orleans, I'll add in some air resistance for this, and everything will be hunky-dory then. I'm not completely sure. So right now I'm going to just refactor this so that when the pitcher throws his ball, it doesn't automatically reflect off of the batter. Instead, what I'll do is I'll check if the player has pressed the button. Right, if the players press the button to swing. This is not exactly what we're going to do in the end. In the end, we're going to want the batter to actually be at the correct spot in his cycle in the swing to get a hit, and we'll want to calculate angles and other fun things like that I know you're itching to do, because why else would you be watching a game physics video, right? So we'll get there. We will get there, but it will take a tiny bit of time. All right. First, I just wanted to activate this square with the spacebar. That's pretty much what I'm worried about right now. All right. So where are we? So right now we have the ball and the batter and the pitcher. We want to do something to the batter, right? So what we want to do is we want to control the batter. So right now in control, we still have the pitcher being controlled in the control section. Actually, we would want to get rid of that, right? So how can we do that? So here we have, if the start button is clicked, go equals true. Okay, that's good, right? But what we could do is we could reset the, since we're not controlling the batter anymore, we could put that as part of our reset. We could reset the pitcher, since we're not controlling the pitcher anymore. We could reset the pitcher so that in that part of the game, right? So now we'll, rather than having just go equals true, we'll say pitcher.reset. And we might do the same thing for the batter, batter.reset. The batter I don't think has a reset yet, so we're going to have to add a reset. And I'll start off by just making that a dummy, but I'm going to need that reset eventually, because you only get one swing, right, per pitch. You can't swing multiple times, so we're going to want to keep track of that, so the player can't, keep pressing the button until it's just about there and make the thing go. You'll notice that right now with the pitcher, if I keep pressing the start button, it will it'll go ahead and reset. We might want to do something in here about that as well. I might do it now if I have time. Otherwise, I'll wait until later, because it's not really a major issue. It's just something that's going to come back as far as the game is concerned later on. So now all we want to send to the control is whatever our event is and the batter. All right, and so now we come up here to control, and now we don't care about mouse button down, because what I want to do is I want to control this with the space bar. I'm hoping it's key down. Event type key down, and if event.key is equal to what's a good thing? Let me check down here. Maybe I've got it right here. No, I don't. Okay. Event.key equals capital K, capital space. There's a list of these Pygame constants. K space, then batter swing. A batter batter swing batter, right? There we are. So what I was talking about, Pygame constants, those are coming from Pygame locals. That capital K underscore capital space, that is going to give me the that is going to give me this, going to tell me that I've pressed the space bar. I could use numbers as well. They're actually all numbers, but then I'd have to go through and figure out what those numbers are, which may be easy. It might just be 32 like in ASCII. It might be something else. I'm not sure. So since I don't know, I'll just go with the capital K space. Now we have to come to batter, right? So I added I told it to do two things with batter. I said to reset and I said to swing, and neither of those are here. All right. So let's see. We can add the reset here. Reset self. So if I reset myself, I will pass. So I haven't done anything right now that I think needs to be reset. So I won't really do anything with that yet. And then the other one I wanted was a swing self. Okay. And so now what I want to do there is I want to turn something into true. So I want a let's say call it swinging. Self swinging equals true. So now that means that when I press the space bar, this swing method will be called. That will set self swinging to true. Probably, however, I'm going to use self swinging. It'll need to be started off and need to start at false. In fact, I could put that in my reset. So let's just call self.reset here. Right? And go ahead and put self.swinging here. Self.swinging equals false. Okay? And that way, swinging with a G. Okay? That way, when I press start, I know that the batter will be in the not swinging mode. Can't say what will happen after that, but for the very beginning, that'll be true. So now we've got those two things going on. I think we're okay. We won't break anything when I run it. Already being run. Okay. All right. So let's see. Does it hate me? No, it does not hate me. We're okay. All right. So now all I have to do is do something with that self.swinging. So I'm not checking in control. So in control, I'm telling the batter that it's swinging, but I haven't done anything with it there. So I want to keep the control and the physics engine separate, which is the reason why I've done this, is that this is a control thing, so it's outside of that model, right? So we have to go into the engine to do something with that. So is this balls? Okay, so I'm going to do a couple of things. One, I'm going to move the batter all the way down here. And you might say, why am I going to move the batter all the way down there? I'll tell you in a minute. I won't tell you in a minute. What I'm going to do is I'm going to check to see if the batter is swinging, and then in the update, I'm going to turn off the swing. All right, so that it only checks if the batter is swinging when the batter actually swings. So here it says if batter hits ball, right? Print here. We don't need that print here. And the ball reflects. So what we need is if the batter is swinging and the batter hits the ball, everything's okay. Okay, this has to be a method. Batter is swinging. Okay, that means I have one more method that I have to add into my batter class. So def is swinging. Should be somewhere up here with the gets and the sets. Return self.swinging. Okay. Now I now I'm in a place where I can see myself finding issues. No issues there. Uh-oh, what was that? Batter is not defined. Oh, batter is not defined. Where is batter not defined? 632. Oh, I don't have a batter here. I have an avatar. Okay, so function F5. Let's see what happens. Okay, so it does the fastball, and sometimes I can hit it and make it bounce off. Actually, I've got an issue, which is if I press anywhere in the throw, it does that. That's actually the reason why I changed this order in the engine, is because what I want to do is in the update turn off the swinging. So later on we'll move the animation and change the state of the batter when I do that. But right now all I want to do is I want to turn off self-swinging. So to get that line drive, I have to press right when it's in that rectangle, right? And let's see how that works. It's not working very well so far. Okay, so I know it works up to the point that I turned off that false. I think the thing we ought to do is come down here and slow it down. Remember that we have this fast velocity pitch right now. Let's try it with a slow velocity pitch. And you see we've got the incredible slow ball, and I hit the thing with the incredible slow ball in the rectangle, and it sends it back. So that is doing more or less what I wanted it to do, right? One issue is that I can keep swinging, right? That's not a good thing. So let's see what happens if I... Okay. So if I have multiple balls, then only the balls in the box can be deflected. So that's good. Okay, so that seems pretty good to me. I might want to do some other stuff. I'm trying to think what I could do. I think that's probably sufficient. There is something with the batter that we don't want start to work while there's a ball in existence. So let's see if not balls will do that for me. All right, so toss the ball. If I click now, nothing happens. And now if I click, something happens. Okay, so that will do that. So that means when the list of balls is the empty set, then nothing else happens, which makes it strange to use a list, but at least that way, I mean, it actually makes a lot of sense for me to use a list in this case for certain reasons, but even though we only have one element at one time, it's already helpful, right? So I think that's pretty reasonable. Might be a couple other things I want to do, like that thing I said where you know the batter has to swing only once. We can do that a little bit later after I've got the batter animation. But I think this is about where we can get to before I wander through and make the batter animation. I could do the whole thing without it, but still, I think at this point the batter animation is going to be useful so that we can see if things are happening the right way. So all I'll do is speed the ball back up, and then I will start working on the rest of this. So thank you very much. I'll talk to you later.